Howdy folks, Justin here. Today we're going to run through a few games, hopefully successful games, with Crusader mono yellow tokens. This is not a deck I've ever recorded with, or actually, to be honest with you, ever played. And I know this deck's good. This is just what I put in that I've seen in people's decks that are running this, so I didn't, this is probably not the refined list that you might have seen out there, but we're going to give it a go. Our opponent is Modmo playing Archer, the General. You know, you can call the General and save some time. And Sanders giving me a look. And this hand looks pretty good, right? We can go Rift Thane into Marked Man, Priest of the Eight. And get our beat on. You know, the reason the deck is all yellow cards is so you always trigger Resolute Ally, which makes it one of the best creatures in the game, in my opinion. And let's see what happens here. One Cleric of Kine. We are running Golden Saint, which I actually don't see in most of these lists, but I really like Golden Saint, so I try to shoehorn it into things that I play. Okay, so we got to turn 1, 2, and 3 here laid out. We have Rift Thane into Marked Man Priest into Hive Defender. These are some questions, right? Like, should we kill this? There's Dawnbreaker.
Wait, did you hear that?
Go ahead and draw a card. Golden Saint at the ready. I think we do kill this, right? I mean, we can lay makeshift defenses down, and that's all well and good, but... in deference to Archer's Gambit just, like, blowing us out here, like, I think we gotta kill that. Goblin Skulk meets Hive Defender. Now we have a guard in each lane, which is pretty nice.
Leave nothing.
We gotta push all the damage we can push. Hive Defender. Next turn, Dawnbreaker. Subsequent turns, Golden Saint, which seems like it should be pretty good. There's the Gambit. Grabs the curse when he pings face. Nope, he kills that. Doesn't get the curse. Okay. So going into his... there's Imprison. I'm not super excited about going into his Leaf Lurker turn with a damaged creature, but... look, I'm a mid-range and control player at heart. Like, I cannot help but play the game this way. Hopefully we get anything. Actually, we can play everything in our deck except for another Golden Saint that we draw next turn. So let's draw that. And he Cliff Racers into it. I think that's okay, right? There's East March Crusader. We'll swing first. Play a Crusader. Imperial Reinforcements. Okay. So now we're gonna start the we're gonna start seeing the Golden Saints go marching in, and hopefully that locks things down pretty nicely. Shearpoint Dragon to be irritating. Okay. So the other play we can make here is Imperial Reinforcements Imprison. I think I'd rather Golden Saint. He's going to gain 4 life. You know, that is what it is. This spreads out our threats. He can't rage this turn if that's his plan. You know, best he can do is this, and we still advanced our board by adding a 4/4 to it. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see here. I guess we're just going to play another Golden Saint. And then next turn we have Priest of the Eight, Imprison to lock something down. We do need to worry about Unstoppable Rage now. Sanctuary Pet. Fighters Guild Recruit.
What have we here?
Thieves Guild Recruit. Okay. Let's Priest to the 8, see if we can draw something more interesting than that.
The eight protect us.
Okay. Double Imprison it is. Alright. Imperial Reinforcement's just not at its best against Archer. and it feels like, just in this game at least, it feels like the card I least want to play. As evidenced by the fact I got three of them in my hand. Now, by the way, there are still ways we lose this game pretty fiercely. See what happens. We have one Imprison left. That's the last of our removal in the deck. Or no, wait. I'm running Execute. I'm running 2 Executes. Okay. Let's see what happens. Might play a Vigilant Giant over here. Eclipse Baroness. That's a desperation play if there ever was one.
Well fought.
Well fought, brother. Alright, we swing with this guy. We give him a good game. And we let the Golden Saints march in. So that looked like it worked pretty well. Yeah. We'll be right back for a second game. Alright, game 2. Crusader mono yellow tokens. Just beat Rage Archer. We're running Golden Saint because I just can't help myself. And we're going to see what Shackmandu, the pastry chef playing Mage, brings to the table. Feels like a deck running Ice Storm is a deck we can't beat. But we'll see. I think we keep the 5th Legion Trainer. Alright. I mean, so this is not an ideal hand. Obviously. I mean, our plan is just to push as much damage as possible, I assume. Do we start with 5th Legion or with Rift Thane? I kind of think well, dies to Execute, dies to Fireball, right? I'm going to go 5th Legion.
It's time to act.
I go with 5th Legion Trainer. Not a very strong start, but see what we can make happen. Alright, it's Support Mage. You got it. Next turn he can play Hive Defender. Still, I think we put everything in the same lane. If he doesn't play Hive Defender, I can Ulfric's Housecarl for some draw. I mean, I guess also if he doesn't kill this or shackle it or do any number of awful things to it. Okay. A 4-cost removal spell on a 2-drop's a good deal, right? So. This is tough. Best use of our magic is Ulfric's Housecarl.
You can't defeat
So that's what I'm going to play. If he removes it, he removes it, you know. But if he doesn't, I can Priest to the 8 Resolute Ally and get myself a nice strong lane here. He just Javelins it. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so just gonna do this so I get my card draw.
Steadfast, brothers.
You can't defeat me.
The eight protect us.
Got a Divine Fervor, which is always good. Playing Divine Fervor will keep these 2 out of Ice Storm range. Might Ice Storm this turn. We do have Golden Saint, which should be pretty good. Just another Javelin. Okay. On the one that survives Ice Storm, huh? So we're gonna swing.
Can't defeat us. Leave nothing.
Okay. Got a Prophecy. A Harpy is actually problematic, right? Because it lets him swing into one of my Golden Saints. Just another Javelin. Alright. So, we've seen all 3 Javelins and 1 Lightning Bolt from him. That's all he's played. And his Elixir of Vitality. We have a pretty good response to a Cauldron Keeper. There's a Harpy.
Not my
There's
strongest
a
move.
plan. There's always a plan.
So I think the play is Divine Fervor Scouting Patrol.
Chimera, guide us! Leave nothing. Soldiers, report.
That gives us quite a bit to refuel with if he manages to wipe the board somehow. I mean, you know, Dawn's Wrath will kill. Dawn's Wrath and Swinging will kill everything but this. But sans Dawn's Wrath, like, we're looking real good here. Okay. Okay, we have 9 on board. We can bump that up to 11. There's an Imprison, which isn't going to do it. So let's just swing.
I hear and obey.
Drop down another Golden Saint and see how he gets out of this. So, a Cauldron Keeper plus a Tower Alchemist gives him 4 life and 4 charges of this. Ice Storm. Do you have 2 Firebolts in hand? I mean, that would work too.
Day is yours.
Okay. There you go. So, beat 2 decks that are considered tier 1, I would say. With a deck that I just put together because I've seen people complain about these cards over the last 9 months. Alright, that was pretty solid. Yeah, I think the deck's strong. I mean, obviously, some cards in it just got nerfed. Ulfric's House Carl, in particular, got hit. But I think the deck's still a strong choice for laddering, if you don't mind being all in, you know. And there's obviously a lot of different ways you can build this concept, right? Like, we just got... I think these 2 games demonstrated a lot of the power of Golden Saint. I think that card kind of carried us. I don't know what you would run in place of it, maybe Hafengar Marauder. But I thought Golden Saint there was just super strong, and I would recommend that you check that out. So, see you all on the ladder. Bye-bye.